Aloha and welcome to this video. My name is Motivational Micah, and in this video today I just wanted to share that nothing is impossible. And it might be kind of a cliche or something you hear often, but it's the truth. There's absolutely nothing that's impossible. And what really made me think about this or comprehend this was I had a lot of dreams last night, and they were all pretty crazy. But this one specific dream I had, I was essentially in a floating room. I was up miles in the sky, and I was just in this room, and I could tell this room was going to fall apart, that this room was going to break, and that I was going to fall. And I just remember having a lot of fear at one point in this dream, and then also having a lot of excitement, because I kind of got this intuition that things were going to work out, that this was supposed to happen, that this was all part of something bigger. And essentially I knew the wind was going to rip this room apart. And so I'm sitting there, I don't have a parachute, I don't have any sort of flying, nothing to fly with, nothing to stop me from falling. There was nothing to grasp onto in the room and just stay in that room that was gonna fall. But I just decided, well, this is gonna happen. And sure enough, the wind just kept ripping and ripping, and then the entire room fell apart. And I was just falling and falling and falling, and somehow I knew I was going to fall exactly on this like bullseye target. Like I was gonna land on this specific thing, and it was like another thing that was floating in the air. And so I landed perfectly on this thing, and I didn't get smacked, I didn't die, I didn't get injured. I just landed perfectly. And I just thought of like how impossible that would be, how impossible this whole scenario seemed. And I know it's maybe a pretty bad expression or bad example to use, but this dream just rang through the idea that nothing was impossible. I mean, in a large sense, blindfolded, I hit this bullseye target just from a free fall. And I had that fear, but I also had that faith and that understanding that everything was going to work out just fine. And it was a really interesting dream. I came up waking up about it, like excited to write it down and excited to talk about it. I know it may not be something that anyone in particular gravitates towards or really cares for, but it just made me really think about that idea of impossibility. Impossibility is an illusion. There are no limits, there are no rules. You can create whatever you want, you can make anything happen. It was almost that I was destined to have that happen. And I kind of had this awareness that the universe or God was just directing this whole experience, that I was falling, but I was also being guided at the same time. And I just kind of had that feeling that everything was going to be all right. And anyways, the idea comes from just, if you look back at human history and what humans once thought were impossible, I mean, flight was impossible. It was impossible to fly. Anyone who ever thought they could was an idiot. Anyone who ever thought they could is a dreamer, someone who would never see the end result of that dream. And yet now we can fly to the moon, we can fly to Mars, we have the technology to do these crazy things that were once impossible. We can see atoms, we can see particles, we can see galaxies far, far, far in the distance. We can observe stuff no one in the past would have ever thought possible. The idea of what's impossible is always changing. and something else will get labeled as impossible, or this will get labeled as impossible, and it's just a matter of time before that possibility becomes reality. And I just wanted that idea of what's impossible to not hold you back in life. If you have a dream and you think it's impossible, that's the best kind of dream. That's the best way to be thinking about your future. Because it should be a little scary to chase your dreams. It should make you feel like there's no way it's going to happen. But you also have that little bit of faith, that little bit of excitement to go make it happen anyways, to go create it anyways. And so, I don't know, I just really like that idea of fear that comes along with that excitement and that faith and that understanding that everything's going to work out. Everything's destined, everything's working just the way it's supposed to. And so don't let yourself limit yourself. Don't let yourself say something's impossible or you'll never be able to do that or you'll never achieve that. Because those are all lies you tell yourself. And so stop telling yourself lies. Nothing's impossible. You can achieve everything. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve. So go live a wonderful life. Go have a blessed day today. Much love, much aloha. Thank you for watching this video. I love you. I believe in you. I support you. I appreciate you. And I wish you the best in this life. Have a wonderful day. Much love. Aloha.